Dear friends, welcome to Tech Nursery. In this video, I am going to explain about a software and its database designing. I am going to develop a ERP software which is used in supermarkets, restaurants and department stores. So I have a financial module, that means accounts module, inventory module, HR module, post module, reports module, etc. So I'm going to consider this as a SaaS application. SaaS stands for Software as a Service. And I go with postgreSQL database. It is a SQL database. That means structured query languages is used to handle data on this database. It is an RDMS database, Relational Database Management System. So, in order to handle these multi-tenant services, I go with an approach how to handle multiple customers which are going to use my software. How I am going to handle their data. When I have n number of customers, I have that much data I have to handle on my postgreSQL database. If I have 1,000 customers, I have that much of data. If I have 1 lakh customers, I have that much of data. If I have 1 million, 1 crore, my data is going to grow much. So I have to find a better way to handle all this data on my postgreSQL database. We have different approaches, different alternatives with different advantages and disadvantages. I stick with schema based multi-tenant services because my primary view is to keep single database. There are many approaches, like for each customer we can have each databases. That means multiple database for multiple customers. We have single database and a single table for all customers. All customers data are stored in a single database in a single table. Or for each customers we have each database. But I am going to explain another alternative which I am going to use in order to build my SaaS application, ERP application. So I will explain it detail. Here I have my front end React Native. This is my customer 1. This is my customer 2 React Native. And my backend in Node.js. And my database here. It's a single database. I go with a single database. Here, what I am going to do is, for example, my customer 1 have a product table. And customer 2 has a product table. So, I am going to use one of the feature of PostgreSQL server, which is schema. In a single database, I can keep a separation based on schema. For customer 1, I have schema 1. For customer 2, I have schema 2. Customer 3, I have schema 3. So, I can create n number of schemas based on my n number of customers. If I have 1 lakh customer, I can create 1 lakh schemas. And all schemas are in a single database. So, I have to focus only on this single database, but there's a separation based on schema. In each schema, I have any number of tables, any number of views, any number of procedures. So, in single database, each schema contains any number of table, functions, procedure, views, etc. Those SQL objects. So, React Native customer 1, his products table here. all his products are in this table. For customer 2, his products table is here. All his products are here. For customer 3, his products table is here. So in this way, n number of schemas and n number of tables for products. There is a separation based on this schema. This products table and this products table doesn't have any relation. So I can keep it separately. So I have less management headache. I have to handle only single database. Inside single database, I can have multiple, any number of schemas. In each schema contains any number of SQL objects like tables, views, procedure, functions, etc. So my front-end React Native, back-end Node.js, my database PostgreSQL, and I am using single database with multiple schemas for multi-tenant services. This is what I am going to implement, but some other alternatives are there, such as instead of, I am going to explain those alternatives for your information. For each, for example, let me clear this one. Here I am just erase all these things. Okay. Okay. Here I have a single database and I have a single product table. Single product table for all the customers. And I have a column customer 1, customer 2, customer 3, like that. So in a single product table, I have customer 1 product name, product price, etc. This customer 2, his product name, product price, etc. So I have only single table for all the customized products data. This is one approach. Another approach is not single database. For this customer 1, I use this database. For customer 1, I use this database. For customer 2, I use this database. For customer 3, I use this database. That means for each customer, I have each database. Then all these databases are in a single cluster. So I explained two options here. First one is single database and multiple schemas, and single database, single schema. We can say that public schema. That means single database, single table for all the customers, and multiple database for each customer. So you can go with your requirement. All the features, all the alternatives have its own advantages and disadvantages. You can go with your requirement. In order to go with the schema, I will little explain about schema. This is PostgreSQL official documentation. Let's go to create a schema. We can create a schema using create schema and our schema name. Then inside this schema, we can access table like this, schema.table. For example, or we can access our database name, schema name, and table name. For example, if I want create a table inside our schema, here is a query here. Create table, our schema name. For example, my schema name will be post1 dot product. Post1 is my schema name and product table is my table name. We can create. If you want to drop the schema, you can type drop schema, my schema, or our schema name will be post1. To drop a schema including all contained object, you can use drop schema, my schema, cascade. So by reading this official documentation for schema, you will get good understanding. You see, set search path to my schema. For example, if I run this query and if I below, if we write create table XYZ, then that table is going to create inside this schema. If we run this query, we don't want mention like this again. When we create a table, we don't want mention our schema name dot table. Instead of remove this one, we can directly mention like create table, my table. If we set this query, set search path to my schema. So go through this documentation and think of these different approaches. Stick with the one which is suitable for you. I just explained all the available, some of the available options. There are many, some of the available options. Okay, best wishes. Thank you.